Welcome to the CEO Insider Podcast, powered by YTexas and brought to you by Ryan, liberating their clients from the burden of being overtaxed, freeing their capital to invest, grow, and thrive. My name is Sandy McIlree, along with Ed Curtis. Ed, we haven't visited for a while, so it's good to see you. And we have a guest today that has exciting news for Waco, Texas. This is great news for the entire Central Texas region, and something that, if you recall, Ed, about 6 months ago, you predicted growth in Waco, Texas.
That's funny. When I was going through the notes, I said, I need to call myself out for that. But yeah, we were doing a story about the Amazon facility in Pflugerville, and how we see, obviously, with Amazon growing throughout the state, having the whole I-35 corridor essentially being their track to deliver products and services. And yeah, today we're really excited to talk about the city of Waco, the region of Waco. We have the Senior Vice President of Economic Development for the Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce, Kris Collins. Kris, good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
We're really excited to learn about Amazon, but we also want to learn a little bit about Waco. Before the show, we were sitting here talking about, obviously, what we're all familiar with Waco, with the Baylor Bears and the traffic on I-35 and all the great things that are happening there. But give us a little idea of what's happening in Waco today.
Waco's really coming into its own. I think for a long time, we've been a quiet little secret along I-35 and really seeing a lot of growth that's happening. Part of that is organic growth, but we've seen a tremendous number of people that have been moving into the community, businesses, really just taking off. And we have riverfront development that's underway right now, a downtown that's thriving despite a pandemic, and a lot of industrial growth that's really driving the community forward. And we feel like this is just the cusp of great things that are about to really, really take off now.
And you're getting, obviously, a lot of national attention. We can't go out without talking about Chip and Joanna Gaines. But Seriously, they are big parts of the local community, and they've absolutely been driving real estate there, right? I mean, driving up the market.
Yeah, for sure. When you think about where Waco was 5 years ago, we were averaging about 600,000 visitors a year, and it was on an upward track. But now, last year we had 2.5 million, and that's a tremendous amount of growth in a very short period of time. It's caused us to accelerate projects that we had on the back burner. Making the downtown more walkable, making it more pedestrian friendly for our guests, wayfinding, all the things that we've wanted to do to better position ourselves for visitors. But now when you think about all the things that are happening, the level of hotels that are coming into the community now, we have a Marriott AC that's about to break ground, just downtown riverfront development. And that was really about 10 years in the making before Chip and Joanna decided to do what they did with the silo market. So really, from that perspective, the inner core of the community has really been thriving. And then when you think about the rest of the community, from an industrial perspective, we've had a lot of great corporate partners that have been in our portfolio for a while. And now with the addition of Amazon there, it just brings us to a whole new level.
So talk to us a little bit more about the Amazon facility. We obviously, huge employer in the state of Texas. We something over 40,000 or so employees statewide, $740 million worth of investment around the state. We talked about Forney, Kyle, San Marcos, Pflugerville, but now we've got this facility is a little bit different in Waco. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Right. So this will be called an Amazon Robotics facility. So this is one of their state-of-the-art facilities. They have six different business lines of business that they build out, and this is the most advanced that they'll bring to the marketplace. And so it won't be your typical distribution facility where it's just warehouse workers. It's very skilled positions needed to build out these robotic systems and really positioning the company for building out the rest of their ideas of next day and same day delivery, being able to service the state of Texas and its continued growth, and really being able to market or enter into markets that they haven't been able to penetrate into in their normal business fashion.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to believe that there's a market that Amazon hasn't penetrated yet, but there is, right?
There is. I mean, they wouldn't be growing and moving into these new markets if they were able to service them through their existing facilities. And the state of Texas is projected to continue its growth and double in population within the next 30 years. And most of that's going to happen between Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, and Waco being right in the middle of all of that. It only stands to reason that we would get an Amazon facility at some point. And we're glad that it's coming now. And we're very, very pleased at what they're going to be building and the level of jobs that they're going to bring to the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. For all the real estate geeks out there, talk a little bit more about like exactly where it is and how long this is going to take.
So the site that they've chosen is in an industrial park called Texas Central Park. That is the product of some really smart people about 60 years ago going out and buying some land called Mystery Acres. In the 1960s, there was someone, they think that it was an auto manufacturer that was acquiring land in Waco, and they purchased about 2,500 acres in all to begin with, and it just sat there. And the project never came to fruition, and ended up buying it for $1 million in 1960. And from there, the foundation is really, the Waco Industrial Foundation has marketed and built out that land as a partner in economic development with the city of Waco and McLennan County, and used land as a tool for new business attraction. So this site is very close to I-35. It's at the corner of Texas Central Parkway and Bagby Avenue. It connects right to Loop 340 Highway 6, so it gets you to Houston very easily. It connects to I-35, so it gets you that north-south accessibility as well. And it's right in the heart of the industrial park. So it sits on a hilltop. So at completion, you'll be able to see this building from the interstate.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool. So you and I talked about spending some time years ago with Texas One and going on our delegations. And you actually had the governor. Obviously, the governor was a big part, I'm assuming, of the relocation and the recruitment. But he came to Waco, right?
Yes.
And how did that go?
It was great. Well, the weather couldn't have been worse for us. But we were working really hard to have the announcement on site, and that just didn't work out. So we pivoted, and we were able to make it happen in our convention center. But had representatives from the company with us, had the governor with us as well, and it was really an opportunity for us to celebrate what was happening in Waco, but also to thank Amazon for the significant investment that they're making in the state of Texas right now.
Have there been any type of projections as to what, in the long term, something like getting an Amazon facility like this, what that means to the economy long term for Waco?
Yeah, so we run an economic impact analysis on every project that we do. And our projections for the Amazon facility are that over a 10-year period, it'll add about $750 million worth of investment in wages and taxable sales to the economy, and those 1,000 direct jobs that the company will employ also create spin-off effect, and that will add about 1,400 additional spin-off jobs into the community. So you think about that, that's 2,400 new jobs into the marketplace, or jobs that are being supported by this company, and then an additional $750 million worth of investment coming in. That's additional dollars that are going into existing businesses in the marketplace that's helping to spur on and create new businesses that haven't existed before. And it's also a catalyst for other companies to come into the market, because what we've seen, not just in Waco, but in other places, is that people watch where Amazon goes. Mm-hmm. And they feel like if that's a proven enough market for that company, surely their company can be successful there too. It's almost like the Walgreens and CVS or the McDonald's Burger King.
Yes.
You have one on one corner and you have one on the other. It's a lot like that.
Yeah, it's funny. Burger King just follows wherever McDonald's goes. Right. They're just
and Denny's in La Quinta.
Yeah. If you think about I'm just going, as we were discussing this, I was just driving up I-35 in my head, starting in San Marcos. And if you go from San Marcos, there's an Amazon facility. Austin just landed the Tesla facility, Pflugerville, Amazon, now Waco. That's pretty impressive as a region, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely. We're part of that Central Texas region, and the growth that's occurring in the Austin area is definitely spilling up to the north, and we're seeing a lot of that moving into our market as well. And I think one of the things that's driving that is Austin is a great town, but it's an expensive place to be for certain types of companies. And so for a business that needs proximity but doesn't necessarily need to be right in the urban core of Austin, Waco provides a great alternative to that.
Absolutely.
Well, right smack dab in between Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, even San Antonio to some extent. All right, so before we go, though, I want to walk me through the robotics aspect of this. Everybody's enamored with robots. Yeah. And that's going to be a big part of this.
Think of them as they're like giant Roombas.
Really?
That follow alongside the associates, and as they're going and they're directing the associate to where the merchandise is that they're picking up, and the associate's then able to put it onto the robotic unit, and it travels with them throughout the facility. So it's a lot less labor intensive for the employee, and really helps speed up the process and the efficiency of what they're trying to accomplish.
It's like having a Rosie from the Jetsons.
Absolutely. Well, she doesn't talk to you.
Right.
Right. And I mean, are you guys working closely with Baylor and other universities? Is there going to be a specific skill that they need to operate these that the schools can help with?
They have a lot of internal training that they do that's really proprietary and specific to that line of business. But I think that there's definitely an opportunity for us to continue to build out our education offerings to further enhance their ability to be successful.
Mm-hmm. Fun stuff, Sandy.
Yeah, and amazing stuff. And it's kind of funny if you stop and think about it. There's so much stuff going on in the world around you that you don't know that's going until you talk to people like Kris, and she fills us in on what's happening. It's amazing, and it makes me wonder what else is happening out there. It's good chatting with you, Kris.
Nice to chat with you too.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're excited about Waco, and we'll be looking out for more. I want to find out about the next deal that you guys are going to get, because I'm sure you're looking at a few.
Hey, stay tuned. It's going to be soon.